Hey, how are you doing? This is Sam, and this is Tech by Sam. Listen, I've tried Loveable AI, I've tried Boat AI, and let's just say I'm now a windsurf guy. I had to make that pivot. Reason why? Honestly, I'd say that so far with some of the businesses I've built and some of the apps I'm currently developing, I realize a lot of times when the easier things are, the more likely you are to encounter some problems that aren't as easy compared to taking a difficult, more harder approach, right? Everybody's been screaming a lot about vibe coding, and I'm like, let me see what's about. And so far, let's just say the experience with Bolt was what threw me off a bit. And what happened with it is that I ran into an error while developing one of my initial apps that I was completely vibe coding. The error was something that honestly it was hard to figure out what the problem was. And one of the disadvantages that I think that systems like Bolt and Loveable has is compared to Windsurf or a Cursor is that it's a lot more hands off. It's a way lot more hands off in my opinion, than a windsurf. So the thing is this, if you're new to the app development space, it'd probably be easier to use Bolt, but if you run into a problem, it can be a huge, hard to fix problem. I'm talking about you might have to contact somebody on the Bolt's team, you know what I mean, to fix the problem. I noticed that windsurf has more, you can go inside and figure out where the error is coming from. An honest experience. So while I was using Bolt, I ran into a syntax error, and I swear this happened right after I got annoyed at the AI. I was like, hey, something, why can't we fix this error? While it was developing the app for me, boom, all of a sudden it started burning through tokens. So if you don't know what tokens is, or if some viewers might know what tokens are, but for sites like Bolt, you have a certain amount of tokens, let's say 10 million tokens. So if those tokens get burnt out, you're gonna have to pay again. And I was at a point where refresh every time I asked it to do something, it run into the error again, back to back, and it was just burning like 400 tokens at once. And I was like, I started like, what do I speak with for a situation like this? And yes, that was one of the things that kind of made me feel like, okay, it's vibe coding. You don't want to be as evolved. Lovables and Both, they advertise that, oh, you shouldn't have you don't want, you're not really controlling too much as far as like how to code and things like that. It's more laid back and you could get your ideas up and going. I think it's good for an initial phase. I think you have to be careful where you're trying to potentially scale your app. I'm gonna talk about a positive and a negative, right? The positives, I say, if you want to go into the using a Bolt or a Loveable, is that boom, quick ideation and seeing what you have in mind be done. Once one of the apps I was developing with, say, as soon as I typed it in there, it developed a lot more screens, boom, right off the back was working, compared to like a Windsurf and a Cursor. But run into like, I find that, okay, it's kind of to figure out what those problems is, where it is, you know what I mean? Because you're kind of just in front of the screen, not in the back end of things. And the alternative side, which is like a platform like Windsurf, which is the one that I consistently use, and I'm not sponsored by my first video. You get what I'm saying? So I'll mention like a Cursor or Windsurf. I'm guessing they're similar, but I have a lot of experience with Windsurf. There's a lot more control. One of the times that I try to export what I created out of Bolt's AI, code was kind of like as organized or clean. So you take it to another, it's kind of like compared to if you built on like a platform like Windsurf, yeah, you have to increase your technical skills a bit, but it's something that is gonna be worth those like days of you fighting through it to figure out, because then you're gonna have a lot more cleaner code. You're gonna have apps so far A lot of the apps we've developed, there's barely any crashes, and I'm comes even more over time. But no, there's barely any crashes. A lot of users are not complaining, and just find a lot more success with the platforms like Windsurf. It's a bit of a learning curve compared to a boat. I think it's one of those things that if you want to vibe code and you don't want something that's fully functional that goes out into the world, I'd say go to you could do like a boat or a Loveable. But if you're in this for like the idea that you have is gonna be something big, I think that week or maybe just like 3 days of figuring out how to utilize like a windsurf would pay off a lot more in the long term, right? Now the thing with AI is that honestly, each week things are changing and these platforms are like in by a lot. So who knows, maybe by like a week or something, by next week, the boats or Loveable, they'll present a way where you can get instant help when there is an error. I think there's a name for it where the AI could just boom hit like a roadblock repeatedly. You don't want that to happen, because if that's happening in your what you're trying to create, that's burning through tokens, aka what you just paid for, aka money. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of annoying when that happens. Again, look at the bigger picture, figure out which platform is best for you. For me, it's been Windsurf. The code is and tell what language that it should and mind you, before getting into this field, I'm like slightly familiar, but Windsurf, you just start to be able to learn a lot more, and obviously with all the AI tools that's available right now. So yeah, man, I thought I'd share just that real quick for you guys. If it helped, let me know. If you have any idea or your personal experience, or if you haven't experienced it and you're thinking about trying one of these, comment in the comment section. Let me know which one you're thinking about, why, and if you have any questions for me, let me know, because this is one of the first videos on this channel, and I'm going to be figuring out what more of experiences and ideas that I have from a couple of the businesses that I've started, that are the ones that are doing well, the ones that are picking up, and the ones that need a little bit of time. Guys, let me know in the comment section. This is TechBySamkul, and I am Sam. Right? I'm Samkul. Nice talking with you guys. See you guys on the next video. Oh, do I gotta say like, subscribe? Hey, listen. See you guys on the next video.